Gold has fascinated and mesmerized humanity for millennia. Its gleam is more than just beautiful. It has been a symbol of wealth, power, and ambition for thousands of years. From its discovery to its changing role throughout the ages, gold has shaped our world in remarkable ways. Keep watching to learn about the journey of gold and how it defined empires, inspired exploration, and drove conflicts throughout history. The dawn of gold and its uses in ancient civilizations. Gold's fascinating story begins with some of the world's earliest civilizations in 5000 BCE. It was initially found at the surface level near rivers in Asia Minor, Egypt, and Mesopotamia, but it was also mined underground by the Egyptians, although they likely began by harvesting it from alluvial deposits. Some of the earliest known gold artifacts are from ancient Egypt, dating back as far as 3000 BCE. Based on archaeological evidence, it seems like Egyptians are among the first cultures to appreciate the value of gold. The permanence of the metal and its lack of corrosion made it a symbol of immortality for the Egyptians, becoming associated with the gods, especially the sun god Ra. Because of its rarity and aesthetic qualities, it was the perfect metal for the ruling class to demonstrate power and wealth. It was used for jewelry for men and women, decoration in art and architecture, and as currency starting in the late 8th century. Civilizations like the Mycenaeans, the Greek Empire, and the Roman Empire all famously used gold coins, such as the bezant. In the Inca civilization of Peru, gold was considered to be the sweat of the sun god Inti, and it was used to create objects of religious significance. This included items like masks and sun discs. In ancient Colombia, gold was similarly revered for its luster and associated with the sun. In a lavish coronation ceremony, gold, in powdered form, was used to cover the body of the future king. This may have contributed to the El Dorado myth, in which the king of a lost city of gold was said to be so rich that he would cover himself in the precious metal. Gold was also used in art and architecture. Because gold could be beaten into extremely thin sheets, it was used to decorate shrines, temples, tombs, sarcophagi, ornamental weapons, armor, glassware, and jewelry since ancient Egyptian times. One of the most famous examples of gold leaf is the death mask of the legendary King Tutankhamun. While there were many usages of gold in ancient civilizations, its role expanded even more in future generations. Gold in the Classical Age. The Classical Age, which primarily refers to the period of ancient Greece and Rome between about 479 and 323 BCE, is known for its remarkable advancements in philosophy, literature, art, and architecture. Another aspect of this incredible era is the role of gold. During the 5th century BCE, gold remained a highly valued resource and was extensively used in trade, jewelry, and to fund military campaigns. In Greece and Rome, it was used as coinage, often to buy alliances and fund the many military campaigns of this period. Greek city-states used it to finance wars, pay mercenaries, and construct awe-inspiring architecture like the Parthenon. Gold was also associated with divine power in Greece, similar to how it was in Egypt. It adorned temples, statues, and sacred objects and was linked to powerful gods like the famous god of lightning Zeus and Apollo, the sun god. In Rome, gold became the backbone of the great empire's economy. By the late Republic and early Empire, the Romans developed a sophisticated monetary system centered around gold coinage, such as the aureus. These coins were not just a means of trade, but also a form of propaganda for the emperors. Rulers had their images engraved on the coins, emphasizing their power. Beyond Greece and Rome, gold was just as significant. The ancient Persian Empire collected an immense amount of gold from tributes paid by their conquered territories. They used that gold to fund their military campaigns, including the famous Persian wars they fought against Greece. Gold's role in warfare during the Classical Age wasn't limited to directly financing conflicts. It also became a priceless bargaining chip. Leaders offered gold to defectors from rival armies, bribed envied generals, and secured alliances through gifts of gold. Thus, wars were fought with more than swords and shields. They were fought with gold. The Medieval Era. Like in previous eras, gold's role in the medieval era went far beyond its use as money. It was a mark of wealth, power, and prestige that had many uses other than trade. Wealthy men used gilded ceilings and gold decor to show off their riches, seem more powerful, and impress their visitors. The image of a golden crown for a king or queen is often associated with this time. Royal regalia like crowns, scepters, and royal seals were frequently encrusted with pure gold, golden designs, or even precious gems. Similar to the way gold was associated with divinity and immortality in ancient Egyptian times, gold symbolized authority and a divine right to rule. Another way rulers used gold to assert their authority was through gold coins bearing their image, precisely as the Romans once did. It was a form of propaganda meant to showcase the monarch's strength and power. The best example of how well this could work is the Byzantine solidus, a gold coin first introduced by Emperor Constantine I. It became a trusted form of currency across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, symbolizing the enduring power of the Byzantine Empire. While the idea of gold coins, gold crowns, and gold-adorned castles are often associated with Europe, the world's greatest producer of gold wasn't in Europe at all. West Africa was the world's most significant gold producer in the Middle Ages. Their trade of gold goes back to antiquity, with one of the oldest examples coming from the 5th century BCE with a Carthaginian explorer named Hanno. Other explorers followed in his footsteps, which is how West African gold found its way to the ancient Mediterranean cultures. Additionally, gold held the same importance in warfare in this age as in the Classical Age. It was used for ransoms, to fund armies, build fortresses, and pay mercenaries. Notably, it was also used to fund the Crusades, with European leaders relying on it to finance their expeditions to the Holy Land. The Age of Exploration. Gold was so crucial in the Age of Exploration that it takes first place in a phrase some historians use to describe the motivation for European overseas exploration, expansion, and conquest. Gold, God, and glory. Of course, gold refers to gold itself, but it also refers to the search for greater wealth by buying and selling spices, slaves, metals, and other resources. As mentioned earlier, West Africa was one of the world's leading gold producers, and its trade was thriving. The trade of gold led to the rise of powerful empires like Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, which grew wealthy through the exportation of gold to North Africa and Europe. Unfortunately, their wealth and prosperous gold production attracted Europe's attention during the Age of Exploration. England, France, Denmark, and more built fortifications and exploited West Africa's gold mines. Even when the interest in gold dwindled as European powers found more gold in the New World, they turned their attention to acquiring slaves in West Africa. Many of them were destined to work in the plantations of the Americas. Meanwhile, in the New World, the search for gold was one of the driving factors in the colonization of the vast Americas. Shortly after Columbus landed on its shores for the first time, he discovered that some of the natives wore gold jewelry. Not long after, he discovered evidence of more gold and reported to Spain that he had found a rich land with rivers of gold. After this report, the search for gold and the stripping of the metal from any place the Europeans could find it was unavoidable. Columbus's discovery spurred a series of searches for gold across the Americas that lasted through the industrial and modern eras. While much had changed since the days of the ancient civilizations, gold was still a sought-after resource. While it still had some connection with royalty, its primary association now was wealth. Where there was gold, there was wealth, and the Europeans were determined to find it. The Industrial Era. The technological era marked a transformative period for gold. Its role shifted from a symbol of wealth and power to a cornerstone of global economic systems and industrial development. Gold fueled dreams and innovation, and technological advancements revolutionized how it was mined, processed, and utilized. Gold production became more efficient, and the metal was just as valued as ever. Some of the advancements in gold mining techniques included the hydraulic mining method in the mid-19th century, which allowed miners to extract gold from previously inaccessible deposits by washing away large amounts of soil and rock. Another is the invention of cyanide leaching in the late 19th century. This method used cyanide to extract gold and silver, allowing efficient extraction of gold from even low-grade ore. As technological advancements continued throughout the 19th century, gold was discovered in California, Australia, and South Africa within a span of less than 40 years. Each discovery triggered a massive gold rush. In America, thousands of prospectors uprooted their lives to move to California in the hopes of striking gold, literally. Australia and South Africa experienced similar rushes, creating an influx of settlers that boosted local economies, spurred infrastructure development, and caused new trade routes to be opened. In the United States, the California gold rush helped accelerate westward expansion and bolstered the economy of the growing nation. Finally, one of gold's most significant impacts from this period was the adoption of the gold standard by many major economies, solidifying its role in international trade and monetary policy. Under this new system, the currencies of each country were directly linked to a fixed quantity of gold. This gold standard provided a stable foundation for exchange rates. Nations like Britain and the United States backed their currencies with gold reserves, which allowed for smoother international trade and investment. Unfortunately, it also placed massive pressure on the countries to maintain substantial gold supplies, leading to economic booms and busts tied to gold production and reserves. The modern eras. In the modern era, which is what we live in today, gold's role has evolved yet again. It has transitioned from the standard in monetary policy to a multifaceted asset with influence across various fields, from finance to technology. One of the most significant events in gold's recent history happened in 1971 when President Richard Nixon abandoned the gold standard. His decision decoupled the US dollar from gold, ending the metal's direct role in global currency evaluation. Instead of gold, the US now uses a system of flat currencies, which is money that derives its value from government regulation rather than a physical commodity like gold. It is no longer the foundation of currency, but many banks worldwide continue to hold significant gold reserves to guard against economic instability. Beyond finance, gold has found new applications in technology. It has excellent conductive properties, which, combined with its corrosion resistance, makes it an essential component in electronics manufacturing. It is used in technology like smartphones, computers, and even aerospace systems. Finally, gold is deeply entrenched in cultural and symbolic contexts, just as it has been throughout civilization. It no longer represents divinity or royalty, but it is the metal of choice for wedding bands because it is now associated with love and commitment. Today, gold stands in a unique position between tradition and innovation. It is both a relic of ancient civilizations that still holds symbolic meaning and a crucial component of modern technology. Over the thousands of years since its discovery, it has proved that it is truly timeless. Whether worn as a status symbol, held as an investment, or embedded in cutting-edge technology, gold remains one of humanity's most enduring obsessions. How would you like to get a deeper understanding of history, impress your friends, and predict the future more accurately based on past events? If this sounds like something you might be into, then check out the brand new Captivating History Book Club by clicking the first link in the description. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. And be sure to grab your free Mythology Bundle ebook while it's still available. All links are in the description.